Hello, and today's review is Firefly from Joss Whedon. It's another TV show, but yeah, we're filling up the recommendations. So, story director, actors. Let's start first with Joss Whedon. Usually, I don't go first to the director, but Joss Whedon is an important director, writer, director. So, Firefly is a space western and a TV show. But Joss Whedon, I guess, was around for a long time. He worked on Roseanne, a TV show about a fat lady and her family. And it was a really cool show. I enjoyed it very much. The 90s were really cool, really grungy, gritty. Today, everything is infested with tolerance, and back then there were like how do you say, like topics like who's gay, or some violence in the family, and other topics. Like it was a family show about problems, and it was really funny, and the way the Roseanne family dealt with it was amazing. I don't know if he was a writer for that show, but he definitely worked on it. Later, he then made Buffy, and then a lot of other stuff. Like I think he did also honorable mention Cabin in the Woods, which I will review. So he has a long track record, and then even as a spec writer, screenwriter, when it was his time to, he was rewriting scripts. He was something like a script doctor. So for Alien 4, they called him up and they let him write a script. And after that, they still called another one and let another guy rewrite the script. So Joss Whedon really lived in the trenches of Hollywood and in the movie business, and he saw it all, which is something he needs to be like, how do you say, honored for. And then he produces this show Firefly. Like later he then does Marvel Avengers 1 and 2 and blows up. But I was long before that a big fan. He did also like a bunch of musicals, a bunch of stuff nobody saw. He did the TV show Dollhouse. So a little introduction on this. For the story of Firefly. Firefly is a space western, and it's about a guy, Malcolm, and he fought in the Independence War, which they lost. I don't know, something like United Earth Alliance versus the free colonies of, I don't know. And in the final battle, they lost. And so he's a cowboy in space, and he has a good heart, and he's always for freedom, but he doesn't stick out his neck anymore for anybody else. He became like bitter after the war, which this show is very funny. Like you will enjoy this. It's a very funny show. It's also a family show, but it's also packed with action, shootouts. It is a cool. It has everything. Like it has western, space, east and west meets in this movie, science fiction and traditional. And yeah, and every character in this TV show is very likable, lovable. Even the bad guys are very, very iconic. Like every episode, this TV show has only 12 episodes. That it got cancelled. I guess the, how do you say, the TV station or the channels or the producers fucked it up, because like Joss Whedon had written this with another one or another partner, and they had written a masterpiece, but the the how do you say it? Like, I guess it aired on Sci-Fi, and they screwed it up. They aired the second episode before the first episode because they thought it would fit better, but it messed up the whole narration. And so if you watch this like 12 episodes, everyone is a gem, and this is what it is. This is a real gem. I could go on and on. So far, the story is about Malcolm, his ship. The ship is called the Firefly, I guess. It's an old ship, but it's his ship. It's a bit in the like of the Cowboy Bebop stuff, and they fly through space, and they're kind of space pirates, or they're like smugglers. Yeah, they are lowlifes, and that's where the fun comes in. But then there's like some pretty gnarly things out there in space, and you will have tons of fun because like in every episode they do crazy stuff, and it's amazing. Director, we have already written about. I guess Joss Whedon was the director. Maybe he was only the writer, but yeah, the actors, everybody's great. Like the guy who plays Malcolm, very iconic guy. What's his name again? He's, in my eyes, he's famous, but I have lost his name. The girl who plays Washburn, like a black girl, and then the pilot, and every character is just amazing and memorable. So just watching. My favorite character was the engineer, which was a girl, and she was tiny and cute, but she was the engineer of the ship, and she was very, how do you say it? Well, she kept the ship running, but she also made it a lovely home. So that's where I have a sweet spot for. Film, visual, camera work. It's very cool because like it has kind of a documentary style, very action movie like. I guess the visuals hold up very good. It is a TV show from the 2000s. Story-wise, camera-wise, costume-wise, maybe also a reason this ship or the show got cancelled was because maybe it was expensive in a way, and it didn't generate the views that the Sci-Fi Channel wanted. Music and original soundtrack are just amazing. This is a gem. Again, I don't recall who made the music. I just know when I watched this, I was always listening to the music and to the original soundtrack, which is very iconic, and also the theme song, this very cool Western song. And it had just 12 episodes, but when I was applying to movie school the first time I failed the test, the second time I got picked very easily, and I was just always hearing the Firefly original soundtrack. And when I came home, I watched the Firefly TV show, the final episodes of season 1, and yeah, very memorable, a true gem. Go watch it. Why do you see it? Because it's awesome, because it deals with topics like totalitarianism, individualism, family, how to deal with the world, many, many great topics. See ya.